Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2003. You guys are probably wondering, Eric, you sound kind of down. Or you're just thinking you don't even care. Either or. Well, I already started recording this episode. In fact, I spent 45 minutes recording. And it was probably the worst beginning to a Gallop Racer episode I think I've had in years. Could not win. Lost virtually every race we were supposed to win, with the exception of 2. Yeah, it was really, really bad. So, I'm starting over. My spurts were not great. My stretch runs were very late. Now, Big Monster, the filly that we're working with, she has been difficult to work with. Big Monster is the newest acquired filly we got. Her response rating is 26. Keep that in mind. I did about 10 to 15 free mode G1s with Big Monster. And what I learned is that her stretch needs to be timed perfectly. Like on the dot. Like you have to get it right at 2.5 or 2.6. And if you don't, you're probably not going to win that race. Like she's that meticulous of a horse. Her stats are great across the board, but she only has a 26 response rating. She never gets up to top speed. She's always just too slow to get up to top speed. By the time she's catching horses, the race is already over. So, I noticed that in the free mode races with her. And as hard as I tried to just nail it on the dot every single time, it was extremely difficult. It was extremely difficult. She really is that tough of a horse to work with. So just keep that in mind with Big Monster. I don't know what we're going to achieve with her, realistically. The best I may get with her is just to win whatever races I can and then retire her for breeding because of her stats. It's an okay start for Catch This Gal. Actually, when I did this race in the beginning of the last video that I didn't save, thank goodness, I finished a lot worse in that race. Double S on the stretch. Yeah. I hate restarting. You guys know I hate restarting and reloading saves or whatever. Just because, like, I value my time. And, like, I'm 30. Usually as you get older, you start to value your time more. You just don't want to, like, waste time redoing things for the sake of redoing it. And that's the mindset I'm in. Unless things are just so bad that I should restart because it's not even going to be good content for you guys. There's no reason for me to restart anything in like any of the Gallop Racer games. Not save files, not breeding, like nothing. It's just not worth it, man, because that's time. Like my time is limited during the day to record, so like I can't waste it by just restarting every time things don't go according to plan for us in this series. But this time it was an exception because it was so bad. I mean, I lost both the Santa Anita Derby and the Kentucky Derby with Royal Robin. I still couldn't win a race with Big Monster. I botched races with Catch This Gal. It was really bad. It was really bad. It was just a lot of just blown opportunities. And like I said, it just wasn't even good content. So I'm sticking to it here. I know for sure I need to get started a little bit sooner on my stretches, on my spurts in the stretch, because I inherently was waiting quite a bit, and it was just too little too late. So I know that, based off of doing the last 30 minutes prior to bringing you guys here, or 45 minutes. So I do know that, and yeah, I know now that I just have to get my horse moving into the right position sooner. Like, I noticed what I was doing in some races. I wasn't getting them going at all until it was too late. And then I was just asking the horse to go from 50% to 100%. And it was just too much. I would either burn the horse out or it just wasn't enough and we were too far back. I didn't gradually move the horse up. That way, by the time we get going, the horse is already running at like 80-85% speed. So Big Monster's here in the G3. We're the favorite. This is a race or second favorite. This is a race I botched with her. I'm going to call her a procedure. Or, excuse me, I'm going to call her a, I'm gonna call her close to a closer. Like, if she wanted to run in last, she would be a closer. So I'm just gonna say she's a closer. Not a deep closer, but she's just a closer, okay? Because her response rating is so low, it takes her time to even understand that I'm telling her we got to get going now. Like with other horses with a decent response rating, when you're saying in this game, let's go now, they understand that. But a horse like this filly we're racing on now, she has such a bad response rating, she doesn't understand that let's get going now means now. She gets the message like 10 seconds later, and that's why it's so hard to make a good run with her in the stretch. She's just her response is too slow. Like, she has great stats with the super slow response. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's the weirdest, most kind of like contradictory thing. Like, I have to get her on the whip so far back here. Come on. And then, like, look, she just doesn't respond with great speed, man. She really doesn't. Not until it's too late. And it just tells me I still need to get going even sooner than I thought. Now, the favorite won by a huge margin. We finished one spot lower than what we were supposed to. It's like I have to get her going even sooner. Mainly on the whip, because she's just not responsive on the reins. Which is why that response rating is 26. I have to get her on the whip sooner, and I have to make sure I do that without tiring her out in the process. You kind of see my dilemma? Like, she's not an easy filly to work with. In fact, she's kind of a nightmare for a Gallop racer horse because she has great stats, but with a super molasses of time slow response, like, you can't even get her to that point unless you start her extremely early, and again, you have to time that appropriately. You can't do that the same every single time. Now, Royal Robin is in an open race here on the dirt. I ran this race with him, obviously, in the recording I didn't save, and it was really close. I got him going a bit late at the line, so
the horses are in the gate.
Gonna do better this time, but yeah, it's just like, ay, man. Big Monster is a big headache, bro. She really is. I swear when I've gotten her going even earlier and she's had stamina left, then she would tire out. That's what I mean. She's such a finicky, weird horse. If you get her going too late, she'll never get to the front in time. And if you don't time it perfectly, she's going to tire out because you went too soon. Like, she is really that kind of bipolar of a horse, man. There's like no real green area. In fact, the green area with Big Monster is extremely tiny. That's why she's so hard to work with and to win races with. Her green area is extremely tiny, man. You're just going to keep drifting and keep drifting and keep drifting out. Let's go. Let's go. Overwhipped. He's okay. Now this is much better. I'm doing this much better than I did it in the unsaved recording. Got him going sooner. But I feel like I was running those other races similar to the way I ran this one. To an extent. Maybe not that well, but I swear I did that in my other races that you guys didn't see, and I just didn't win them. So I don't know if it was just bad luck, bad timing, bad fields. I don't know. Easy open win there for Royal Robin. He's already a grade 1 horse. So, good stuff. Let's move on. 4-length win. We'll take it. S on the stretch. Whew. I'm still like recovering from like the absolute crap show that it was in my previous non-saved recording. I promise you guys it was pretty bad. So just keep that in mind. It was pretty bad. He moves up to A. What training regiment do I have him on? Speed and stamina? Yeah, let's just continue to do speed and stamina, man. Think that'll work for him. You think from, you know, Royal Scott, not the actual race, Eric, but to think, Absurd Dream. I don't even know why was I thinking about Royal Scott? Anyways, to think that Absurd Dream and Scabbit work better together than Crimson Art and Scabbit. Who would have thought? This game works in mysterious ways. It really does, man. So this is the LA Derby I botched with him because I didn't whip him in the previous non-save. I mean, guys have to understand what I'm trying to say here with Big Monster if you don't. You look at her stats. She's a pretty darn good A-ranked racehorse. I mean, there are S-ranked fillies that don't even have these type of stats across the board. But look at that response rating, 26. That means the guts, that means the stamina, all of that is irrelevant with a 26 response rating. And I have to get her going so much sooner. She should be 7 for 7, and again, she's only 1 for 7 with 1 grade 1 being her only win. Which I'm glad at least she has a grade 1 as her only win, but it's also kind of disappointing that that's her only win. And a runner in a grade 3 against the fillies. But that bad response rating messes everything up. It really does, man. Cassius got a long shot, expected to finish last in this grade 2. So let's just finish better than that, and I'll be satisfied.
The horses are in the gate. And they're off.
Thinking about a name for our foal that's going to be born here very soon. I went with the name in the last episode. I actually did not like when I thought about it. But I had already made it and I wasn't going to like undo it or redo it, so I just stuck with it. Thinking about a better name. Still might be a goofy one, but I think it'll be better than what I previously had. See, the name I had previously for Vivid Legends' next foal was going to be This Vivid Dream or What a Vivid Dream or something like that. Actually, I just thought of a name. I just literally thought of a name because Vivid Legend and Deer Puffy are going to be the ones that are giving us our next foal. I just thought about a name for it. Now I'll let you guys know. It's the name I was probably thinking about in my head, but I just couldn't like actually think about it. It just didn't come to fruition. Okay, she's doing well here. Catch this gal. Okay, we got closer, which is nice. We're supposed to finish in last, mind you. We're not going to win this race. Or are we? She gets stretch burst and closer. We're supposed to finish in dead last, and she's going to finish in third. So much better restarting. Only exception, a restart actually makes sense for me. Because that episode, it was so bad. Post finish 13th, we finished third. Very good. Very good. And all I'm doing is just starting a little bit sooner. I know with Big Monster, she actually needs the whip sooner because she doesn't, since her response rating is so low, excuse me, going on the reins isn't going to help her. I don't really want to do speed training. I really don't. I feel like this horse is going to be fast already. Vivid Legend was fast and Honeybee was pretty fast. So I don't feel like I'll need to do speed training. Especially if I'm going to suck at it. Like, what's the point, right? Inherently, I think his guts rating is not going to be great, so whatever work we can do to try to get it to average will be better. Because Vivid Legend didn't have a good guts rating, despite everything he achieved with 7 titles. He didn't have good guts, apparently, according to the game. Honeybee had a good guts rating, at least, at A. This is going to be like a mid to low 80. And my analog stick is just not working. What the heck? It wasn't spinning. I was spinning it the way I always do. Just, what is going on with my game today and my controller? It's like everything is just out of sync, man. What the heck? That could have been an easy 90. That's annoying. Okay. Could have been an easy 90, but alright. Sure. Sure. 83 is not terrible, but we usually get 90s on that, so that's a bit below the bar. Big Monster's up in a grade 3, and she's the heavy favorite. Can I win? Well, do you think I'm actually going to have to start whipping her maybe at like 3 furlongs, actually? Because I've been whipping her at like 2.5 and 2.6, and that's still way too late. That's still way too late. I may actually have to start at like 3.2. I need to run her as close to the front as possible without her being out of position. Because that also hurts. I mean, that also hurts. Yeah, it does hurt that she wants to run as a closer, but she doesn't just have like crazy closing speed, and that's mainly because she's just too slow to respond to the need of the situation. So I need to keep her about as close to the front as possible, like here. I think this is pretty good. I need to get her moving like now. And like I need to get her on the whip now. See, later whip. I mean earlier whip. Now will this actually work? It feels so weird to be whipping a horse that early in the race. It really does. It feels so weird, but maybe that's 3 furlongs to start whipping a horse. That just seems so obnoxious to me, man. And like I need to get her in the lead around turn 4. Whip at 3 furlongs. Make sure she's challenging or for the lead, if not passing the leaders, by the time you're hitting turn 4.
It was a perfect victory.
That's just like, oh, I can't wait to breathe that bad response rating out of her with Vivid Legend, because I think his speed rating at his highest was like 98. So 98, 26. At least give me a response. Give me a normal response at 50. A 50 response rating I will take over 26. That would make a huge difference. Huge difference, man. Finally another win. I didn't win at all with her in the last episode. 3 furlongs. That's still obnoxious to me, man. It really is. 3 furlongs. Because she's just slow to response. And I get it. I see it in racehorsing all the time. Did I say racehorsing? Instead of horse racing? Oh my gosh. What am I ever saying? Oh my goodness. Racehorsing, oh. I mean, I hope somebody's keeping up with the dictionary of all the ridiculous stuff I've said on this channel over the years. Because, like, there needs to be, like, a yearly compilation of horse racing game or ridiculous sayings. If anybody were to dedicate time to doing that, for not just me, but really the community, because I think everybody would get a kick out of that, you would be like a saint. You would be like a real saint, because I think everybody in the community would get a kick out of that. Now, Kesha's Gal can run in these races, but she's not ready for them. I ran her in this grade 2. She couldn't win it, so I don't even want to really do that with her. I'm going to run her in a shorter grade 3, since her stamina's still not where it needs to be yet. The fact that I'm already doing better in this episode, I'm saving. See, I already knew I was doing so bad, I didn't do my routine save. I'm like, this has been so bad, I don't even want to save yet. Race horsing. Oh my gosh. What am I ever saying on this channel? Horse racing, Eric. But race horsing, I guess, works if in some medieval caveman way. Sure. Ooh, race horsing. Ooh, horses race. Like, that's like what a caveman would say, right? Not like a evolved functioning human being in the year 2022. You would think. Not a human being that can actually take a computer apart from scratch and build it back to be better with all sorts of new, good, functioning performance parts. Nobody would think that a human being that could do that, amongst other things, can somehow also mutter in the same sentence, race horsing.
The horses are in the gate.
Oh gosh.
Beautiful
You
start.
gotta be able to laugh at yourself. You can't take yourself too seriously. I don't take myself too seriously. Not when it's not necessary. I take myself seriously when like it's necessary to be serious, but most of the time I'm not taking myself seriously. Because how can I? How can I? I'm a goofball. I'm an actual goofball at the end of the day. Which, it's fine. I've embraced being myself and all of my weirdness. It's just some of the things I say, I'm just like, huh? What? What are you, huh, Eric? What? What are you, it's like, what are you saying? It's like, I don't even know. That's the crazy thing. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. Especially when I'm recording videos, I'm just talking because like that's what you have to do for YouTube. You're just talking to a camera by yourself. You're not gonna block me. You're gonna try. Screw off. Let's go, girl. Let's go. Good run. Good run. Close in. Okay, that's good. I messed this race up with her the last time because I overwhipped her. Looks like the 9 is still gonna get us. We finished a lot stronger than where we were supposed to. Should be P3, P4 tops. Good run there. Much better run. I'm doing night and day better in this episode. Like, night and day better. And that doesn't tell you how bad I was doing in the previous one, then yeah. Like, we're 20 minutes in and I'm already doing night and day better. Like, I swear to you. The results and the performances were that bad. Like, we were finishing pretty darn badly. We weren't winning grade 1s that we were heavy favorites in, and we were losing grade 3s and 2s. Crazy. Crazy S word. Excuse me. Because I'm not going to say it. You know? Gotta stay content advertiser friendly. Granted, you can always put that setting on if you do happen to use a certain type of language. You can just say, oh yeah, you know, I dropped a little bit of like, you know, a bomb here and there. And then they're like, okay, that's fine. We won't show you to these people, but we'll show you to these people. I would like to be shown to everybody, because, I mean, I don't cuss on this channel, realistically. Especially because I know I have younger viewers, so it's not appropriate. Even though everybody knows what the words are, but, like, my analog stick is not working! It just stopped! It just freaking stopped! Maybe I need a new controller, clearly. I've been saying that, right? I've been saying I probably need a new PS2 controller for like probably over half a year at this point. I just still haven't gotten one. I probably need a new controller. My right analog stick just stopped, even though I was spinning it that whole time. It just stopped. Thank goodness you don't actually have to use the whip like that in this game, or we would never be winning. It just stopped. Now, I remember the name for him. Wait, Philly or Colt? I skipped, but it should be a Colt. Because he looks the same way. His father's Vivid Legend. His mother's Dear Puffy. So, Dear Vivid Dream. I don't know why I didn't think about that when I started the previous episode. I didn't even think about this name, but I swear it was the name that I wanted. Is that going to fit? I could say Dear Vivid Legend, but no, we're going to do Dear Vivid Dream. Because I think Vivid Dream as a sentence actually makes sense. Like, people talk about, hey, I had a very vivid dream of XYZ. Dear Vivid Dream. There it is. I'm pretty sure, I mean, whether it's a Colt or a Philly doesn't actually matter. That name suits either one of them, so we're fine. I'm overthinking, as usual. Perfection, 4 stars all across the board, and Vivid Dream, still a Colt. Dear Vivid Dream, from Vivid Legend and Dear Puffy. Some of you may be wondering why I haven't, like, when it comes to using the names that you guys give me for horse names, I like to do that with Gallop Racer 3 because that's a real-time interactive series I can actually participate with you guys in our live streams, and we can actually, you guys help name pretty much all of our horses in Gallop Racer 3. I like doing that in a live format, but since this is like a recording and you're seeing it a little bit later, you know, it would, I feel like it hasn't worked out to the best of my ability, unless you already put a name for a horse that you know we're going to breed. Like, we've done that in 2004, where we'll already know what horses we're going to breed, and then you guys will suggest the name. Like, Abigail suggested, you know, King B, obviously, Pink Gemstone. Based off of those horses' parents, we knew what we were going to get. That's a different story. And if you guys want to do that in this game, it's fine. I mean, you know for sure I'm using Vivid Legend, Crimson Art, Honeybee, Dear Puffy. Like, those are the 4 horses, 2 colts, well, 2 sires, 2 mares that I'm going to be consistently using until we get better ones. We're up here in the Santa Anita Derby, aka the LA Derby. We're the favorite, and I'm not losing this time with Royal Robin. I mean, we win this, we win the Louisville Derby, we're on to the Preakness, and then we're on to the Belmont. So I need to get it done here. I felt like I just said Belmont weird. The Belmont! I guess it's just going to be that day. So if you're not used to the weirdness, you're going to need to, like, embrace the weirdness today. And if you're completely used to it and you love it, well, then I hope, you know, you are enjoying. Because that's just the day it's going to be, apparently. The Belmont quack quack stakes. Like, that's what I sounded like. Oh my goodness. Well, we're off in the Santa Anita Derby here with Royal Robin. I lost this race in the unsaved archived episodes because I got him going too late and I didn't whip him early enough. In fact, I didn't go on the whip because I didn't think he needed it. That has got to change here in today's episode. And it will. That will change. I don't even remember who the second favorite was. I don't really care. I just need to win this race for him. One thing I was talking about in regards to this track, this backside and even turn 2 over there has like grandstands on the real track at Churchill, but in this game it's just the front, it's just the main home straight that has grandstands. And like the track has looked the same for a while, so I'm surprised like Tecmo didn't like include that. It's a weird like missing detail because I swear they've nailed it on like other tracks. This one is close, but like they missed out the other grandstands. Now I'm going to send him to the front here on the inside. See how this works for him? Nice trip. Let's go, baby. There we go. And I'm actually going to whip. Not going to take any chances. This is the Santa Anita Derby here, people. With Royal Robin from Absurd Dream out of Scabbit. The 8 is coming. The 8 is coming, but it's going to be a second grade 1 win for Royal Robin, and he does it in Santa Anita on the dirt. Not the Louisville Derby, excuse me. Wrong track, but Louisville Derby's track is the same way. Like, there's no stands on the other side. Churchill Downs is what I'm saying. I was talking about that track in this video. But yeah, that track still, it doesn't have grandstands where it's supposed to. Even though the real one does. Oh, we needed that so desperately. So desperately, man. We really did. That feels good. That's a good bounce back. A very good bounce back. Well, there he is. The LA Derby champion, Royal Robin, as a 3-year-old. It's his second grade 1. Gets it, and he sets the freaking record. Not gonna lie. Wasn't expecting that at all. So that's his second grade 1 win at 9. And, of course, we're going to go ahead and watch this replay back because I'll be doing this for the highlights. In fact, I need to be recording this. Writing these down. I forgot how many races we've done today so far. I need to be keeping track of this so when I go to edit it, it'll be a lot easier for me. That's what I've started doing in Gallop Racer 3, and it makes editing like night and day easier. So bear with me as we continue to watch this replay. Just be looking for my pen. Don't even remember where I put it. It's up here. All right. Very, very strong. I'm just going to call it the Santa Anita Derby, since races like these, a little bit easier to recognize for most people. That's a big Santa Anita Derby win there for Royal Robin. Very happy. Very, very, very happy. Very happy. Yeah, I don't know how many races in we're in. How many races in yet we've done. I'll check. Got a good run. I made sure to use the whip this time. And he takes off. That's a big win as a 3-year-old. It's a big win as a 3-year-old there. We're on to Louisville for the Kentucky Derby, basically. We're on to Louisville for the Kentucky Derby. Let's go, man. If we set the freaking record. Like, we set the record with Royal Robin. I didn't think he was that fast of a horse. With no revolution, mind you. That's kind of freaky. But there was really no record there. Quote unquote, anyway. So, like, you know, it's that weird thing. I'm going to go ahead and save. Because that's, I wouldn't want anything happening to that progress. And then, I guess I need to see how many races I've done so I can keep up. Because, again, when it comes to editing for, like, highlights, it'll make everything so much easier. So, let's see. Big Monster. So, we've raced twice with her. So, she raced on 2-2. Okay, guys, actually bear with me. This may take some time, so I will be back once I get this figured out. All right, guys, we're back. We've done 7 races here today so far. Yeah, 7 races, and Royal Robin wins that Santa Anita Derby. That was big, big, big time, man. So happy for that guy. I mean, he's actually a potential Triple Crown winner here. You're looking at Royal Robin. Absurd Dream and Scabbard work very well together, apparently. And I didn't even achieve the maximum I could have with those horses. So that's also like, wow, what if I actually would have taken them a little bit more seriously then? Or try to do better. Scabbard was not as good as she's been in 2004, so she was a little bit difficult. Absurd Dream, I think I blundered a couple with him, but, you know, he did well for what it was worth. But again, we didn't get titles with either of them or nothing special. Just a couple of grade 1 wins, so. Absurd Dream and Scabbard, that may be a line I can continue to use because Royal Robin is super solid and I don't mind his stats. So that's a line I may continue to use. I don't think Scabbard's going to work with anybody else. So I might use those two, but we'll see. Azalea Cup with Big Monster, we're not the favorite. This is a race I lost. Diamond Page always seems to be a thorn in my side when I'm racing on Big Monster. But I know I need to start whipping her at 3 furlongs, and I need to make sure that she's overtaking all of the horses by the time we're hitting the stretch. I know if I do those things, we have a chance to win as we should. And she has to get going that late.
The horses are on the track.
It's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I really have to get going that late with her, man. I really do. I mean, that early. I have to get going that early. On the whip. It just feels so obnoxious to me, because then you're just whipping her for like 3 furlongs straight. I don't like the way that feels. But, like, it's the only way to run with her in this game, so, like, I'm going to have to do it. It's the only way to win with her in this game, I should say, if you're trying to win, because she won't understand when it's time to go. She's not responsive on the reins like she should be. The whip tells her, okay, it's race time. Like most horses with a decent response rating, they can get close to their top speed on the reins. Big Monster is not the case. Like, that's not enough. Like, she needs the whip, and she needs it for a bit to really, I guess, maximize, you know, her speed and her stamina. I think she's sitting fine here. 4 furlongs, I'm going to get her moving. In fact, I need to get her moving a little bit now because there's quite a little bit of traffic ahead of us.
This is where the race is won.
See, gotta get her going now. Under the whip now. But these horses are faster, and we're running on the outside like I don't have a choice. That's the only bad thing about her wanting to run as like a closer. Now, we're in striking distance, though. We're in striking distance. Diamond Page is taking off on us, as expected. Diamond Page is going to be hard to catch regardless. Like, that is a strong horse, and Big Monster is just not strong enough of a closer to make that happen. Even with her ability of grit, she's not that strong, man. She's really not. As solid as she is, and we get S on the stretch. I did as best as I could there, so that's actually okay. Thankfully. Like, that was gonna... I said it before the race started. Diamond Page is much, much better than that horse. Like, we just struggled to stay with him. But it's fine. Cassius Gal's in a grade 2. Aunt B's in this field. We've beaten Aunt B before. Or we've come close, actually. I think Aunt B did beat us. No, I swear Cassius Gal beat Aunt B, but maybe she didn't. I know she finished in a photo finish with Aunt B.
And they're off.
Like, if the race was longer, I think we would have actually beaten Aunt B. Like, we just got up there at the last minute.
Watch out.
Gosh, I'm just trying to move over because, like, this noxious person in front of me just didn't want to move as usual, and like it's messing up my position. That's great. It's not my fault. Literally not even my fault. She doesn't have good braking, Cassius Gal. That's her only downside. Her braking is bad, so that does make it harder to get up to where she needs to be. And then, like, when I tell her to go, like, she goes too much. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. It hasn't been a good race. I don't feel like the feel has been there at all. Decent runoff here. Oh, she's holding a lot stronger than I thought she would, to be honest. Way stronger. That's still gonna be top 5. Thought I didn't think I ran that race the best I could have. I certainly should have been able to do better, but still an S for the stretch. Well then. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I'm just happy I'm doing much better. This episode has been much better than what the We Will Never Speak On, outside of me speaking on it, episode was. Keep her in stamina training. Catch this gal. Because I know that's going to help her once we get to the G1 level. Earn this grade 3. Grade 1 is coming. It's going to come. Maybe later this year, but it's coming in her 4-year-old season. I wish I could train response. But, like, apparently you can't. Not really. Not exclusively. We're going to run her in the Golden Oaks against the fillies. Like, actually, I probably should be more conscious about running her against the gals so we can avoid Diamond Page. Because he's on par. I mean, he's on pace to get a award, possibly for 3-year-old colt this year. So it's probably best we don't run in too many grade 1s where the boys are. Keep Big Monster with the gals. I think we have a much better chance. Because Diamond Page is going to get us every time. Like, Big Monster, she's still only A ranked. I think at the end of the day. So, like, any other colt that's better is going to be quite difficult for her, regardless. Hope my analog stick's gonna work. It works for these, and then when we get on the okay, it's like working and then it's not, man. It's so weird. It just stops like working halfway through that. So strange. So strange. Definitely think I need a new controller sooner than later. Been probably needing a newer one. I've had this for... They're using the same controller now for, I think, 2.5 years. With the same system. 2.5 years. That's actually a relatively long time for me for a controller to still be working. I don't routinely go through controllers that often. So, 2 years is... Well, it depends, I guess, on the system. Sometimes 2 years for a certain controller is long. Like, most of my Xbox controllers did last that long. But PlayStation controllers, on the other hand, I always feel like they go quicker for me. Don't know why. It is the Kentucky Derby here today with Royal Robin. He is the favorite. And we have a chance to put him on that path to the Triple Crown. Looking at the field, I mean, I don't really recognize a lot of these horses outside of Faithful Zero and Imperial Gift as far as names. But Solar Sonata, Lovely World. I mean, we're still a pretty strong favorite. There's 2 fillies in this field. Royal Robin, we need to get you your 3rd grade 1 win. And this will be at 10 furlongs if we get it done. So, that'll be 3 dirt G1s for him already. Which means he'll be halfway to... He could be halfway to Dirt Champ. Yeah, he could already be halfway to Dirt Champ. Horse of the Year would be nice as well. I wonder how he would run on the turf. You know, he's just a dirt horse. I think once we win enough dirt races, if we still can, we'll maybe try him out on the turf. We're off in the Kentucky Derby. Now, this is the track I was talking about earlier in the episode, where they have the grandstands on the main side like they should, but like the rest of the track doesn't have what it normally would have as far as like grandstands. Like you guys know, for the actual track, it wraps all the way around turns 1 and 2, but you can clearly see no grandstands ahead of us. It's just trees. It's so weird that they paid so much attention to detail for like the home side, you know, the home stretch side of the track, but nothing else. Like this whole side is supposed to be grandstands. I'm pretty sure, like I said, that track has remained relatively unchanged for a couple decades. Like the front, obviously, that everybody knows Churchill Down. You know, you recognize the two. That looks like Churchill Down, Churchill Downs, and whatever. But yeah, just one little weird thing I could just kind of noticed on. It's not even a big deal, obviously. We have a really good runoff here. Let's go, Royal Robin. Good runoff, man. Down the stretch we come in the Kentucky Derby. Royal Robin on the inside. He is going to get past Imperial Gift. They have called it a day. The way an Imperial Gift cannot find the way. Royal Robin blowing this field apart. He is going to win the Kentucky Derby. Let's freaking go. Royal Robin with a huge win. A huge win. It's the Kentucky Derby for Royal freaking Robin. He is on his way to the Triple Crown, man. That is amazing. This horse from Absurd Dream out of Scabbit. I just wouldn't have thought. Really wouldn't have. I wish this camera angle was a little bit close. It just looks so distant there. Please give me a decent camera angle this time for a good picture. And they keep giving me the same one, but it's fine. That works. You see Louisville up there? It works. It's another grade 1 win. And another record! And mainly because I think just no records are set there. It's 2 records already for Royal Robin. This is absolutely incredible. He already has 2 records, 3 grade 1 wins. Triple Crown, we're going for it, man. We could have our first Triple Crown winner. I think in any of the Gallop Racer games, I've never effectively won the Triple Crown. And Royal Robin could be the first horse to actually do it. That's pretty amazing. We have the Baltimore Derby next, which is the Preakness. And then after that, we have the New York Derby, which is the Belmont. If we can win those 2, Royal Robin will be a Triple Crown winner. This horse is... I had no expectations, and naturally, doing well. I don't know if I mentioned it in this... No, I mentioned it in the Unsaved episode, but if you guys haven't noticed in this series, and most of my Gallop Racer series, horses I have high expectations for, they always underachieve, typically. Most of them do. And the horses I have no expectations for, and I'm like, I'll be happy with whatever they do. Most of the time, those horses turn out to be freaking monsters. Like, why does that happen? And I feel like since it happens when I keep my expectations very limited, I am just going to not expect much from my horses and just be happy with whatever they do. Because, like, breeding... If you breed 2 all-stars together, sometimes the foal is not an all-star. That's just the reality of it. So, if that's the case, I'm better off just expecting the unexpected, right? And like I said, tailoring my expectations to be realistic. Like, okay, until I know for sure how a horse is going to perform, the parents together tells me we should get a decent stat, you know, decent quality racehorse, but in regards to how dominant they'll be, that's what I have to wait till the track for. But it's the Kentucky Derby win, essentially, with Royal Robin. I wonder if I can move him up to S ranked. That'd be awesome. We've never had a colt. Mr. T, did he get to S, or was A his highest, or B? It's 3 grade 1s for Royal Robin. 7 starts and 5 wins, 3 of those grade 1s. Royal Robin, he's doing well. Preakness is next. Oh no, they do the Belmont first. Wait, no. Or did we miss the No. Where is the Preakness? Is it later? Maybe it's later. Where is the Preakness? It's supposed to be the Baltimore Derby, and it's not here. It's kind of confusing. Oh, there it is. Ah! Wow. Yeah. He's in the green. We have to give it a shot. I mean, we're not going to have... We don't get Triple Crown horses often. Yeah. Okay, I missed it. Right back in the Preakness. I know you're going to... His health is not the greatest, though. I'm worried he'll be in the gray once we try to put him back in that Belmont Stakes. We got to give him a shot, though. We have to give him a shot. Because anytime we're going to want to win the Triple Crown, we're going to have to do this anyways. I don't know if there's a title for it in this game, though. Let me see. I might as well try. I don't know if there's a title in this game for the Triple Crown. I know there is in Gallop Racer 3, but... don't know if there's one here. Cassius Gallop's up. Grade 3. Decent odds. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah. What we've learned is that Absurd Dream and Scabbit work well together, and Crimson Art and Scabbit don't work that well together. So weird. Like, Royal Robin is already halfway to where Art of Crimson was for grade 1s. Already halfway. Now, granted, he was already very good from the beginning, but the point is, like, I can win with him. Like, he's easy to work with, and I'm in bad positioning here with Cassius Gal, I know. Art of Crimson was so difficult to work with because of his leg type, and he wasn't a closer. Like, he got a closer leg type position, even though he wasn't a closer, really. He didn't have the speed for it, so it always hurt him. Like, I dislike horses that are closers that aren't closers. Because it's like they just don't have enough to really get up there and win. Big Monster, to me, really shouldn't be a closer because she's not blistering fast. She's just able to maintain her speed for a long time with good stamina, but she's not some super fast horse, so that type of leg type doesn't work well with her or for her. Not really. Here we go. That's just Gal. We just need to finish strong. No expectations here, really. But badly run race, I guess. She's tired out. We weren't even supposed to finish this bad, so like... Stamina? Really? We were not supposed to finish 13th, I'm pretty sure. So like, what happened to the stamina? We're supposed to finish 9th. Maybe I ran her too hard? But that was not supposed to happen with her. That's a bad result. Those tracks are always tricky for me anyways, because like it's just you're on the straight constantly and it's weird to know when to time your spurt for me, but I think she clearly gassed out. Like anytime the rest of the field is just going past you, your horse has gassed itself out. Or has lost a head-to-head, but probably the latter. Well, maybe gassing out. Anyways, Big Monster is up in this Golden Oaks. She is the favorite. I know how to run her now. And because this is a field of fillies and no Diamond Page, she should be able to win this Golden Oaks, which will be her
It's a beautiful day for racing.
second grade 1 win only. Who we raced with last time? So we did Catch This Gal, wherever she finished. Then we're doing Big Monster here. So hopefully we can get this done with her. Good start. And like I said, I gotta keep her closer towards the front. Like, she wants to run as a closer, but I don't actually have to keep her in the back as a closer. I can really keep her as close to like whatever the Proceeders are running or whatnot. I can keep her as close to that as possible. She should be okay. to work her a little bit on this turn, and she has a bad response rating. I don't know if she's going to get the message as soon as I want her to. Okay, she kind of did. I don't like how separated we are. Like, we gotta close in on those leaders, man. I'm running her a little bit further back now. Gonna move her up. Hopefully into this gap. Wait, why are they still... They're running a staggered 5 wide up here. Like, why are they still doing that? It doesn't even make sense. Like, they don't benefit from that. How? I was gonna say bad positioning soon. But I gotta keep her a lot closer. Gotta keep her a lot closer for her to have, like, a real chance, man. Like, look how long it takes her meter to get up to full speed. It really does take a long time. I'm whipping her right now. What is happening? Come on, let's go. Ah, we have such a long way to go. And like I said, she just doesn't have any crazy closing speed. Let's go. Now run down this 5. Can she do it? Over-whipped her, but she's still coming. And so is the 9. We're not going to win this race. Ah. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. She's... big monster. Why are you such a headache? Why is your response rating so bad? It hurts her so much, man. It hurts her so much. I didn't think I needed to get going sooner than that. I got her going literally at 3.0, 2.9 about. Royal Robin has a chance here today. Second favorite, third favorite in the Preakness. So, if he wins this race, he should stay in green condition, hopefully. Maybe he'll go to the gray, since his health rating is not high. But that race is a big monster, man. It just... Like I said, she's not a closer like that. Not until it's too late. She doesn't respond until it's too late. She'll hit that ability grit, and then, like, she gets that extra kick. But it's too late by that point. She would really benefit from having, like, closer as an actual ability. That would help her out a lot. She's a closer without closing speed with grit. It's all contradictory. It just makes her that much harder to win with in those situations. Just because her ability and stats are actually... Her ability, her stats, and her leg type are literally conflicting with everything. It's like Secret Keeper. You guys remember that colt we had in this series a while back? He was a horse with very conflicting, contradictory abilities, leg type, and stats. It just didn't work well with him. And it made winning with him a lot harder. Big Monster's the same way. Because her response rating being so low and everything else being so high, it just like... The other stats don't even matter as much because her response rating is so bad. You know what I mean? Like any other horse with a decent response rating, we're going to be cleaning house with wins, but we can't do that with her. This is the Preakness. This track looks pretty similar. Long way to go, though. Very, very long way to go. Royal Robin and the leader, whoever that is, Cosmic Glory? And the horse is just way out front, man. I have to get Royal Robin going now because we have a long way to go. Okay, we're going to continue to close, Plenty of stamina. Let's go. Down the stretch we come in the Preakness. We got to catch Cosmic Glory napping. Come on, Robin. Dig in. Dig in. And Cosmic Glory, he is still staying strong out here. And we're going to get some resistance from the 5. It's going to be a close race, but no Triple Crown this year. We finished second, though. We still finished second. I didn't know if Cosmic Glory was going to be able to stay strong, but I recognize the name. I'm like, oh, actually a pretty decent racehorse. And he sets the record. So Cosmic Glory is the real deal. Wins the Preakness. We lose by 2.5 lengths. But double S on the stretch. Great run there for Royal Robin. Just not enough. Still going to run him in the Belmont. Might as well. Just because. But man, no Triple Crown. No Triple Crown, unfortunately. Big Monster. What a big headache you actually are. And Royal Robin, yeah, he's in the gray. I mean, I guess since we can't win the Triple Crown, there's no point to put him in the Belmont. Unless he'll be ready for it. Man, he'll still be in the gray. So, we'll let him rest up. Wait to get him back when he's in the blue. I can run him in the Long Beach Cup if I wanted to. Oh, he's not going to be in the blue for a while. But, we need to make sure he's healthy enough to win. But we need some dirt grade 1s. So we are going to have to actually run him in that race. Because I would like to try to get him a title before his 3-year-old season is up. So sooner than later would be ideal. We're going to do a quick time video syncing thing here. We get these guys and gals in their races. Spring Mile for Cassius Gal, so I don't think she's ready for that. Let's just keep her in the G3s and the G2s. Yeah, that response rating is just, like, and grit is the only ability she has. She needs, like, closer and grit, then that would help her with her closing leg type, but she doesn't, so it just makes things more difficult. I don't even want to run her in those international grade 1s. I just feel like those are going to be harder to win. I feel like those are going to be much harder. We're going to do a quick sync here. Just make sure our audio is good. 3, 2, 1, Roger. Roger, Roger. Let's get moving onwards. Last month of preparation for Be a Legend. Guts training. We'll see what his stats are. Blah, 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 blah.
3, 2, 1, go!
The thing with Big Monster, I still have to get her going even earlier, depending on the race in the field, because, like, yeah, she just will not get the message in time. It's not working, it just, my analog stick just will not work with that. It just stops, and the game's not registering my inputs. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Super annoying, actually. Like, it's out of my control. Unfortunately. Sorry, just making some updates here, and let's see how this horse comes out for us. Didn't even get to look at the stats, but we can look now. Be a Legend, he's already D-ranked, which is good. So, stamina still only 51, but later growth type from outside. Finally, I get a horse with that ability. I can actually benefit from running my horse on the outside. Like, about darn time, man. You guys know, we haven't had horses with that ability, and you guys know that's how I like to run my races because, well, trying to account for the AI to actually race you properly without blocking you is a little bit naive at this point. So, really happy about that. From outside, I think is going to help us out a lot. Now, what's this horse's leg type? And a closer, that's actually going to help us out a lot. But I can run him a little bit differently. So, response and health are both really good. Guts is whatever. Everything else is kind of whatever. Speed, stamina. I don't know if I'm going to work on stamina with him. I probably should. I think he needs to be faster as well, though. So I'm going to have him do... I'll have him do 2 months of stamina, 1 month of speed, and then balance. 2 months of stamina, 1 month of speed, and then balance. His stats are kind of what I thought they would be, more or less. I didn't think they were going to be anything crazy. Especially if he does truly have that late growth type. Later growth type. So he has Southpaw, which is an auto ability. Bears, he still inherits from Vivid Legend, which is not good, which means his stamina... Actually, stamina is going to be really important. If he tires out, Bears is going to happen every time. So, again, another horse with kind of conflicting abilities. I'm a little bit worried. Not going to lie. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because that is pretty conflicting and that could hurt us. But we'll have to see. I mean, I feel like if he runs out on stamina really quickly in his first race, then yeah, I'm going to have to just stick him to stamina training for the rest of his career because that bear's ability really does hurt us. Now, Southpaw, from my understanding, means counterclockwise or clockwise. I can't remember in this game. Oops, not skills. Races well on counterclockwise tracks. That's what I thought. So, basically, tracks that most North American circuits race on, he's fine with. Which probably means not a whole lot of Europe. And Asia, it's going to depend. Yeah, not a whole lot of Europe for him, though. And like I said, it'll depend on Asia, so. Well, Cassius Gal's up in a G3, better odds. We can win this if we run this right. We'll see.
The horses are in the gate. And they're off.
But yeah, his stats for our they're where I expected them to be, which is a little bit underwhelming, I think. I would have expected him to have several stats in the 70s, which some of them will get there soon, but response and health, those were a given that they were going to be pretty good, but everything else is pretty average or maybe a little even below average, so that's a little bit surprising. But Honeybee achieved more than her half-sister Perfect Art, but Perfect Art I think still has better stats except for the stamina category. So Perfection, our next colt coming up here who's 1 year old from Vivid Legend and Perfect Art, I feel like his stats will be better out of the gate than his half brother. Technically, Be a Legend and Perfection are half brothers as well, like Perfect Art and Honeybee were.
Show your guts. 2 furlongs to go.
Okay. One whip. Now she's blown past this field. The 14 is coming with a late surge, though. Can Cassius Gal hold off this 14 horse, or are we going to get nabbed at the line? 14, I think, probably got us, but fair play. We weren't supposed to finish in the top 3, and we get a top 3 result. Nothing I could do about that charging 14. I mean, we weren't the favorite. A little bit more stamina, a little bit more speed, we probably get there with a win. Favorite probably just got us. Correct gift. Still a great run there from Cassius Gal to finish second. I'm actually really happy with that. So we'll take it. Not even the favorite, actually. Second favorite. So yeah, we will take that. We're not gonna be upset at a performance like that. She's still developing. She's still from Crimson Art, mind you. So it's still gonna take her some time. She's C ranked, so finally her ratings are starting to move up a lot more. Like, we know for sure speed, staying will hit 70, stamina has a chance, field temper. Realistically, she could have all of her stats in the 70s except for her power and her braking. Power, braking, and stamina. Everything else can be in the 70s and higher. Like, she benefits from closer as an ability with that leg type. Her running closer towards the front and still having that closer ability, it does really help her out. I would love to give her in a grade 1 eventually, but I still don't think she's ready. I still want her stamina to at least be in the 60s before I try to get her in a grade 1. Because she needs more speed. Like, she's just not going to have the distance to win any longer distance grade 1s. And she still doesn't have the speed for the shorter distance ones. You know what I mean? So, like, my best chance is just to still be patient, wait a little bit more with her. But anyways, Big Monster's up in the Summer GP. Probably not the favorite. Vivid Love is, of course, the 5 horse. We'll watch out for that horse. Let's go down trackside. Need this win. We got to get started earlier. Just like, how much earlier can I go, man?
The horses.
You know what I mean? It's like, how much earlier can I honestly go? Clearly, I need to go a lot sooner. Maybe even 3.2, to be honest. I know I had to do that in Gallop Racer 2001 with one of our horses. We may have to do it here. 3.2? On the whip? Like, I should say on the whip at 3.2. Because it still takes her so long and a while to respond, even from the whip, to go faster. So, like, for me to get her closer towards her top speed at a, you know, quicker point, I'm going to have to send the main message a lot sooner. Just wish I didn't have to do that. Just wishing I did not have to do that. Saving a lot of ground here, though, which means I should be able to really get her going sooner and not gas her out. Running kind of hard, but I mean, she can manage it. Like, I'm gonna have to swing her on the outside because these horses are not gonna free up for us, I don't think. Or I could send her to the inside here, but I don't know if that gap is available, you know what I mean? Like, they're really tight here. Can I fit through there? I can. Okay, we can. Get her on the whip now because she's got a long way to go. Don't block me! And then they just stay there! Like, so obnoxious. You're not even helping yourself. Now she's got a good run, even despite that block. Chase down the 1. Let's go. Chase down the 1. We're going to get past the 11. She's going to get the Summer GP win, even almost after being blocked by that obnoxious 5 horse. Or whoever blocked us. It wasn't the 5. It was somebody else. Oh my goodness, thank goodness I timed my spurt when I did, because if I didn't, she sure as heck was not winning that race at all. Like, that was definitely going to be race over. Just got going at the right time.
Wow.
Finally, second grade 1 win after she should have had like a bunch by this point. We'll take it. Oh, man. That really almost cheesed me that that horse just came right out in front of us and almost blocked us like they always do. So that was the Summer GP at 11 furlongs. Finally. Could still get a title with her, but we're all over the place. All-rounder, I think? Can we get her all-rounder? Does she need to win on the dirt still? And she needs to win on the dirt. Ugh. Maybe more difficult than I would like it to be. Dublin Oaks? It's against the fillies. I guess we'll give it a shot. Don't want to I'm still against running her in Europe. Royal Robin is 129 for 3-year-olds on the dirt already. Let's go. To think, Royal Robin really works. Turning into a much better horse than Art of Crimson. Already. It's pretty unbelievable. Just thought Crimson Art's Full would be a lot better in that case. Cassius Gal another G3, better odds, which means we still have a chance to win under the right circumstances.
The horses are in the gate.
Perfect start for Cassius Gal, and she's off. Now I need to get her to the front a lot sooner because I feel like I've been lagging a little bit. And if this post position 14 draw really hurts, makes things a lot harder.
Hey,
See, like, I can't, her speed, what if her feel is bad? It can't be. What is causing, like, when I try to increase her speed, she goes too much or she goes too little. Like, she's not very good at, like, balancing out where we need to be. And, like, now it's probably going to say bad position because she's not at the front.
5 furlongs to go.
That took a lot of work, man. That terrible draw really messed us up. I probably should have had her overtake the horse to the outside of us, and then I could have worried about slowing her down. Or I could have tucked her in. Probably should have done one or the other, right? I'm letting these horses do their thing because I don't know what's going to free up. There's a gap. You're still in the way, of course. She has a good run here, though, this Catch This Gal. Here comes the 6, who could be the favorite. Good run there. 3 is going to come late as well, but it's going to be another good second-place finish for Catch This Gal. I'll take it since we're not the favorite in any of these races. I think these results are still pretty good. Like, once her stats are still coming in, man. Once they get to those 70s, I think she's going to start being able to win a lot easier. Supposed to finish 6th. We finished 2nd. We'll take it. So, that's what we got to do. Dublin Oaks here with Big Monster. She is the heavy favorite. Missing Whale is the only other horse that may keep us company here. So, while Pegasus is here, I'm not worried about that horse. This is our race to win against the fillies. And this could be her 3rd Grade 1. She desperately needs it. She desperately needs this because we've lost the other ones that I really shouldn't have lost. But I guess there's only so much I can do in those races.
The horses are on the track.
So hopefully we can get this done for her, man. Perfect start. It's a good start, and we're off.
Beautiful start.
Now, I am going to have her run pretty conservative. I want her to save as much stamina as possible. That way I can get her going as early as I want, and she should be okay. Like, there's really no reason for me to run her closer towards the front. I still want her to save as much ground as she can. Missing Whale is the only other horse I got to worry about, and that horse is setting the pace, so I don't know what that horse's stamina is. I'm assuming it's decent since it's the 2nd favorite in a 12 furlong race. Main thing is making sure we are passing that horse when we get to the final stretch. That's going to be like imperative. And just hope that that horse just ends up gassing itself out. Like, I'm really going to have to hope for that. Okay, we're going to have to start moving here pretty soon, actually.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Okay, got to start moving now because she's got such a long way to go. Got to get her on the whip now. Over whipped. I think she can still bounce back. The favorite hasn't gone yet. There goes Missing Whale. Here we come with Big Monster. The rest of the field is coming as well. Come on. You got to outlast these horses. Furlong left to go. Big Monster. She's still digging in. We've struggled with this filly. She's going to pull through. Grit activated. It's going to be on the line. I think we just got there. I think we just got up there to maybe beat Newman. Oh, I knew that race was going to be tough, man. I hope we just got there. That was close. We just got there. Yes. No. No. Missing Whale. Ah, wow. Missing Whale still beats us just because D on the stretch. I got game is saying still too late. Still too late. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Still too late. Long Beach Cup here with Royal Cup, with Royal Robin. Not the favorite. Opening tap is the 5. We'll watch out for that horse. Like I said, man, I can't have expectations with Big Monster at this point. I just need to just try to do as well as I can and then just leave it at that. Like titles, I'm not even thinking about titles with her. I just want to retire her for her stats, actually. Like I said, that response is bad, but we're going to breed that out with Vivid Legend. I just want to get her retired. With good stats. And like I said, we'll hopefully breed that bad response rating out of all the other horses, too. Any offspring that comes out of her, we'll try to just breed that out with horses with really good response, like Crimson Art and Vivid Legend. We can do that. The foals from those horses should be amazing. I cannot believe it's like I have to get going sooner with her in some of those races. It's just like, wow. It looks so easy probably, but it's not, because again, her response rating means you have to time her response perfectly, and she's already extremely slow to respond to you. So that's why it's also tricky. Any horse with a decent response rating can get the message clearly, but because her response rating is just not good, I got to time that perfectly and hope that she is in rhythm with me very soon too. So like I said, it's just conflicting for her to have her leg type and her ability to not help her out until it's too late. Like, if she had a closer, and if she could run as like a front runner, like Cassius Gal, that would help out tremendously, but she doesn't, so it makes it a lot harder. Then we got a good run here with Royal Robin. Who am I looking out for? We're looking out for, forgot the 5 horse, who is coming. The 5 is coming. Opening tap is on a surge. Half a furlong left to go. Royal Robin is clear. It's going to be his 4th grade one. He gets the Long Beach Cup. This horse is doing crazy things that I didn't expect it to do, which is making this even all the better for Royal Robin. That's his 4th grade one win on the dirt in the Long Beach Cup. That's amazing. That is amazing. Royal Robin is just... We're going to get that picture. I wanted the palm tree in. I forgot about the stupid annoying text font being there. What's really the point for the photos anyways? You can't even look at them. And another record. Watch it back. These records only really count because like nobody else has set them previously. But it's another good race there for Royal Robin and a 4th grade one win. Good stuff from him, man. Very, very, very good stuff from Royal Robin. And, you see, like, he works with his leg type. You know what I mean? He is a pretty good closer, even though he doesn't have blistering speed. And, like, his response rating is good enough where he can get going when I need him to. You know what I mean? But with Big Monster... just her super slow response, it just prevents you from being able to really get anything right with her. It does prevent quite a bit. So, oh man, good race, good win. Like I said, we really did need that, and it helped us out a lot. So he's definitely on par for a dirt title and an award by the end of this season. He's definitely on par for both, which I'm very happy about, obviously. Because again, I had no expectations with this horse, and it turns out his father is better to breed with Scabbit than his mother. I mean, excuse me, than Crimson Art, I should say. Winning that by 3 lengths. That's another record. It's his 3rd record as well. So I wonder if he can get that title record breaker. Isn't that like breaking 10 records? Or setting 10 records? I'll have to look. Because it's not even... It's a title and it's not even in like the 2003 like forums thing. Which is weird. He's unwell. But again, speed and staying, finally getting up there. Stamina. Royal Robin. He's turning out to be quite the racehorse for us. And get him in the Fur S. That'll help him as well for that classification race. Cassius Gal is still slowly improving. It's been a while since we won with her, though. I would like to change that here soon. Another grade 3. Her stats are getting better. They're getting much better, but she's still not at that point where I feel like winning that is easy. So, yeah, big monster. Like I said, I just need to try to have whatever good results I can have in a grade 1 and just leave it at that. I'm going to try in the Super Mile Cup. Why not? I don't think we have anything to lose at this point. All I'm really trying to do is just get whatever good performances I can get out of her, and then that's pretty much where we'll end it with her. Because the dominance I initially wanted to have, we're not going to get it with her. Now, Be a Legend is making his debut. Maiden race here. Not the favorite, but we certainly have a chance to win. Let's go ahead and look at him. It's raining conditions here. We just had him... We gave him the attack of his mother with the addition of a shadow roll, and we changed the colors. Just to pay still respects to her. These are his stats right now. Speed and staying will hit 70 soon. Stamina is quite off the mark. Everything else is kind of whatever. Should still have a relatively longer growth type, like that of Vivid Legends, which means he can get a lot stronger than this, actually. And he is a legitimate closer. But I think he'll have the speed to make that work. So I'm not really worried.
The horses are in the gate.
I think he'll have the speed to make running as a legitimate closer a true thing. A real possibility. And as you can see, he'll be awesome used as a sire because look at the arrows. I can run him virtually anywhere near the front if I want to. Gives us a lot of flexibility with him. So I'm just going to keep him right here because I'm not sure. His speed is already almost 70, so he should be pretty fast. Plenty of stamina left still, which is actually really good. Plenty left. He has a good response rating, so he's going to know when it's time to go. He has a lot of stamina left. I still don't have to work him yet. Now we're going to get him under the whip. Be a Legend. Running off this turn. Furlong left to go. Be a Legend. Already showing both his father and his mother's pedigree. That's a honeybee-esque type of win from the back of the field. That is what I wish Big Monster can do. She is not capable of that because of a bad response rating. Like, she can't do that because her response rating doesn't allow her to. You know what I mean? That is what I've been talking about basically this whole episode. Horses that can run as closers are fast with very good response ratings. It makes them running as a closer like a very, very easy thing to do. And Be a Legend breaks his maiden, as he should, in an open. Let's freaking go. S on the stretch. So, of course, I'm very happy for that. Sign of good things to come for Be a Legend. And we'll roll on. We will roll on there. But we needed that. Very good win for Be a Legend. Very good win. And his regiment, I think I just have him on the speed, stamina, balance thing. Until I feel like he needs more stamina work. We'll run him in another open. He should have a pretty late growth type as well, which will be nice. So like I said, he should still have plenty of room to get stronger and better for us. We're up here with Catch This Gal, another grade 3. We've been keeping her here because she's still not grade 1 ready yet. Still not. So we need to keep her in these G3s and G2s until she's officially grade 1 ready. It's an okay start. Finally a decent post position, so I don't have to worry too much about getting her to the front here. Okay, she's in a good spot. I like where we're at. Could definitely win this race, which she needs a... It's been a while since a win, like I said, so she definitely needs one sooner than later.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Still saving a lot of ground. Now we can go with her.
2 furlongs to go.
No Revo. But I think we timed her spurt, but is it going to be enough? The challenge for the win? No. She does get stretch burst. The 8 is still there. There goes the 10. It's going to be another decent third place result there for Catch This Gal. She's been very consistent. I'm not really mad at these performances. Like, she's been extremely consistent, and she's still developing. That's the thing. She's a Crimson Art foal. You guys know by this point how it works with his foals. They just take a while to get up to their best, but we're doing better than our odds every single time, so that is a really good thing for where we need to be making the progress that we're making. We are staying consistent with her. When and where we need to be consistent. We are doing that well. She's still C ranked. I feel like she'll be A ranked at the highest. 27 meets. Of course, these horses are going to race a lot. I cannot wait to see her stats finally start to hit 70. Watch, she's going to start winning just like a lot once that happens. Still want a grade 1 win before this year is over. I thought it was going to happen a lot sooner. Granted, I haven't put her in any grade 1s, but that's because her stats aren't where I thought they were going to be. If her stats were already in the 70s, I would have already put her in a grade 1, but she's not there yet, so that's the only issue with that. It's the only issue. Alright, another open here with Be a Legend. Tied with Sunny Hill for co-favorites, I should say. Post position 9 for us. Post position 3 for that horse, if I could speak correctly.
The horses are in the gate. And they're off.
Good start.
It's a beautiful start.
Now he does have from outside, right? He has from outside and south. So this is the type of track he wants to run on. Bad pack. Okay, he doesn't like the pack. Makes sense. Most outside runners, I guess, don't like being in the mix with the rest of the field. I know he's a closer and probably would be preferring to run further back, but he's got a lot of stamina, bro. So, like, there's really no point. Now I can get him going. He's got a lot of stamina left. My goodness. Look at that run. Oh, he's gone. Be a Legend is going to be gone here. This horse looking great already. Looking great already from Vivid Legend out of Honeybee. Think this line works. This breeding line between Vivid and Honeybee works. And granted, we still don't even know. Vivid Legend and Perfect Art could be just as good or better. Or Vivid Legend and Dear Puffy could also be just as good. But that's another good, strong win there for Be a Legend. It's another good one. Back-to-back wins for Be a Legend. And I mean big wins. So good to see the breeding of those two. Honeybee and Vivid Legend have panned out for us. I was a little bit worried of whether or not it was going to work. And clearly I think it has. So winning a grade 1 with him this year is very realistic. Speed finally hit staying. Yeah. Be a legend. We want to... He's grade 1 ready now, technically. Let's go ahead and chuck him into that Normandy. Let's see how he handles that. Could end up winning. So, I think I'm going to finish the remaining 2 races for this month, and then we'll call the episode. It's been about 90 minutes. We've done much better. I'm hungry as well, main reason. Then I can record another episode for you guys so you have consistent Gallop Racer content. Be a legend. Not the favorite here in today's Normandy S, but middle of the road odds. If I run this right, I save his stamina, we have a chance. Because he is pretty fast in a straight line. He has Honeybee speed. 70 speed and staying. Basically, even though staying is only 67. You guys get it. That response rating, I didn't realize how important that response rating was in this game. Like, I really didn't understand how big of a deal it was to have a horse with a really good response rating, or at least an above average one. Because when you have a horse like Big Monster with a 26 response rating, it essentially throws all your other good stats out of the window. Like, that's for sure. Throws all your other stats right out the window. Alright, we're off and racing here. In this Normandy Sprints here. Basically, that's what it is. With Be a Legend. Gonna save him towards the back here. Slowly have him move his way up. He's got plenty of stamina still left to go. Don't want to tire him out, so that's why I'm just gonna have him kind of coast back here. Still has a lot of stamina. Still has a lot. Get him going now. We actually have a chance to strike. And the rest of the field is taking off. Probably not a good stretch run. Could have gotten him going sooner. He's still fighting though. Still fighting. It's going to be a 5th place result. Maybe 6th. Yeah, probably 6th. That's not bad. It's going to be 8th. Okay. Actually fell down much lower. That was going to be tough to win. Stretch. They gave me ask for stretch. Okay. Well, hopefully that means I ran that as best as I could. And he just wasn't really ready for that anyways. But it was still a good test to see where he was. Now, Big Monster in this grade 1, she is not the favorite. She is still only A ranked. Despite her stats being pretty good across the board, she's still only A ranked. So, the good thing is about this race, though, there's no pressure since I'm not the favorite. You see, I'm more disappointed in myself when, like, we're supposed to win races based off of our odds and we don't. That's when I get annoyed with myself. But if we're not supposed to have a chance, then there's no pressure. Then I feel like I can really just focus on just trying to run the best race I can and not be worried about trying to finish, you know, in first if I'm supposed to finish in first. Like, I would prefer to actually not be the favorite and then just end up winning. Like, we were regularly not the favorite with Honeybee, and we won a lot of races with her. So, like, being the favorite doesn't automatically mean a win. If anything, it just puts more pressure on myself. And I feel like when we're the favorite, sometimes we have a harder chance and a harder time to even win that race. Now, we're saving a lot of good ground here with Big Monster. We got a long way to go, and I know I need to get her going much sooner in a race like this. Like, much sooner. Because of her bad response rating.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Gotta go now. We gotta go now because it will take her forever to get the signal. And still, these horses were just gonna fly past. They want me to be going sooner than I'm going. That's just amazing to me. It really is. They want me to get going so much sooner. And then her stamina's not dropping as much as I thought it would be dropping. 5th place or 6th. Whatever. 7th, not good, but I mean, I know this the stamina remaining tells me we need to get going sooner, and the game gives me an S for the stretch. I just think her response rating just hurts her. Even if I'm not going soon enough, I still think it's mainly the response rating. I really do. I think that's what's hurting us with her. Well, yeah, I think that's actually going to conclude it here. We'll get Be a Legend into a race next time out. Can move him up into grade 3. He's definitely ready for that. Capable of winning that. And Big Monster, like I said, with you, you know, these European races, I just don't think suit her. So I'm going to keep her away. I would like to try to get a grade 1 win. That Sprint Cup, Sprinters Cup, I'm going to try it. It's 6 furlongs. Now that I know I can get her going sooner, I'm going to see what happens if I push her out in front. That's where we will start the next episode. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. As always, I will continue to make progress here. That's all we can really do. Continue to try to work with what we got. But until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you have a great and fantastic day. We shall see you later, and goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.